I came up with an alternative strategy for boss mode. I also came up with a useful method for getting those crystals. I'm going to talk about both of these methods during this video and hopefully show them in action as well. Now firstly, what you want to do is put the Critical Sensor expert item and the Phoenix Rise expert item both on Legendary. Something like what I've done here. Phoenix Rise, upon being revived, has a great chance to activate Super, and Critical Sensor has a great chance to deal critical damage. Now that's the main ship you will want here. However, getting it to drop is going to be difficult. There is a method for getting Legendary, and that's what I'm going to try and do when I fight a boss. You should also equip the Hawk Wings if you have them. I will just bring them up over here. Hawk Wings buff shield while superpower is active. That's really useful with the Phoenix Rise expert item. Hopefully this will work. So I'm using the Supergirl squad for this. If I bring up the squad, buff 150% super time once per match, plus Cleopa if I bring her up. You can see it increases damage for spaceship. That makes that pilot really useful. So which boss should I try? Well, I'm not going to go to the hardest bosses, as I probably can't defeat those. However, I haven't defeated the Ancient yet, so let's see if this method works. Firstly, let's see how long I survive for. The attacks are quite difficult on this boss. Yeah, I may have died immediately. What you want to do now is leave it on this screen, then just wait until a legendary appears in the background. As soon as it does, press resume game, grab it, and then hopefully you will defeat the boss from there. This may take a bit of waiting though, so... Oh no, wait a sec, I've seen it. Doesn't take a bit of waiting. There we go, I have a legendary. Brilliant. Now, can I defeat the boss from here? Well, that's a good question. It's still not going to be easy, but if I die, I get a revive, so that will help a lot. These attacks are quite nasty, right? You can see now I'm getting through the boss quite quickly. I'm invincible because of my setup. The attacks change at this point, making things a bit harder. Yeah, I don't really know the attacks, but you can see this method in action. It's working quite well. However, it can take a lot longer than what happened here to get the legendary. Bang, and there we go, boss defeated. So that, I think, is the easiest method for getting through the bosses in boss mode. It can take a fair bit of patience for the legendary to drop though. Now getting all the crystals from boss mode as well is quite difficult. However, it gives a 5% damage increase for the boss. This makes it very important. The bosses that appear on the daily challenges should be a priority for getting all the crystals on. I will just scroll through and show the ones that appear. So you do have to go quite a long way. Flyros King is the end boss of Mars. Then we have Insectaria, the final boss of Venus. AP Machine, that's the second to last boss of Mars. Colopel, that's the end boss of Mercury. Then from there, the rest of the bosses are relatively easy, so those ones that I mentioned should be your first priority. Now, the easiest way to get the crystals from the harder bosses is to go into campaign rather than trying to get the crystals here. Every time you beat a boss on boss mode, you have to watch an advert before you can play that boss again on the same difficulty. In campaign, you don't have to watch adverts, plus you can start with boosters, making it a lot easier. Apache here is boss number 34. Just multiply that number by 4 to find the matching campaign mission. So that's 136. Let's scroll down to that. There we go. Play that on crazy. Now it is only a 40% chance. That's on crazy. Hard it's 30%. Medium it's 20%. This is a lot easier though, as you can choose your starting ship. Plus you can select all of the boosters like I have done here. So let's see if I can get another crystal. This boss on crazy mode, on boss mode, is actually really difficult. On campaign though, since you have all the boosters, plus you can start with legendary, it makes things a lot easier. I know this may take a bit longer than just playing boss mode, but it is definitely the easier method. Waiting for a legendary to drop in boss mode can take you a very long time. Right, anyway, onto wave 4 already. The waves themselves are not exactly difficult. You just have to be a bit careful. Wave 5 here. Hopefully I won't need any revives for this, but we will see. I will pick up a Cyberblade if it drops. Legendary is more than good enough for this though. Okay, that's lots of garbage on the screen there. Very difficult to dodge it all. The shield helps a lot though. I won't pick up the Spectral Drake. It's a decent ship when fully upgraded, but I think Legendary is probably better. Wave 9. Almost there. Now for the end boss. This is where I can use all my boosters and get through it really quickly. The attacks are quite hard on crazy. I will save the shield until the second phase, then activate it and just go in for the kill. Yeah, this is pretty easy. And then, there we go, I got a crystal, nice. So that's a very good result. Another crystal towards maxing out this boss. There we go. Alright, I'm pretty much done with this video. I will bring up the lucky draw event over here. This is actually a really good event. I've covered it in a previous video. I'm not far off the overload orbs, but I don't think I will reach them, unfortunately. I will use this one dice that I have here. There we go. I got another star. There's still a few adverts to use, but I won't get much further, unfortunately. Still, this is a really good event. Military chests and crystals on the earlier rewards. I haven't spent anything on this event either, so that gives you an idea of how far you can get without spending money. Anyway, that's the end of this video now. I hope you found that interesting. Hopefully that will inspire you to try and defeat the bosses and get those crystals from boss mode. It can take a bit of time for a legendary to drop though, but stick with it. It's definitely one of the easiest methods to defeat the bosses. This is what my profile looks like. Still VIP 0. This account is completely legit. Never used any hacks or cheats. This hopefully gives you an idea of what you can achieve without spending money. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Check out a previous video on the screen if that looks interesting. You can also subscribe from here if you want to. And thanks for watching.